na obi biara wadom aboyan ma edisa dwumade free Accra Sports Stadium media bre emu no ase nemom me ehia nkomotwetwe na ase me wo Owura Gideon ayikoi wono member of the publicity team of the 10th National Delegates Congress no wono eka ho bi radio da room oba be kan yensa wa ha ye no ebetwetwe nkomo kakra honorable mamemfa microphone yima we na yense nkomotwetwe na ase yeah, that's it. Once what me ajemre atena ha na woni ebedi nkomo kakra. Me jise mpombo ko de. Na yanhwa hoboabo no publicity ko ne sen ko ni ye de.
Ko ni ye pa de kan me say de abasobo ebema planning committee no in general organizers ni na.
Okay.
Omo abo omo homodem pepepe ye. Ye ne say bibia be ko so bia no ye ne ebema ebebo hu de rama manfo ate. Enti say media say you man dey nkita ho. Nhye da ho ne ade nyina kwan da ho ne de omo ye nyina ya ne ebebo hu de ru. Ama bibia akokama. So far no em say wa wo de we ni hwa. Enti say de ya ye hu ne da no. Most of the time ya na da de ya na menya kakra. We de bibia da na kwan. Me ameye publicity committee member no crowd me bedu gate na no. Na me nkra me tag. I just say me friend ye nkrofo no back so on fambre me gina me not me friend na me sanka no. Me gina ho be 1 hour 30 minutes. Police am me kwan say me room. Na so mu nim pa na so mu follow instructions. They just say ya de ato ho no instructions ya de ama wo mo no. Ye mpese obi akeke. We enhye da nye rally. We a delegates congress. Into omo delegates to aba no omo efa wo mo ho. Any expect to one ha. Said the beya akwanchira ya mo obi abedi so kama ma bibia ko no jojo. Na so far so good. Osha yema omo guidelines regarding omo posters and banners no mo ne ade nyina. Kwan ya de mo obi edi so kama. Obi na perimeter yes stadium inside that. Obi ade ni ho. Obo say your flag bearer now your former flag bearer potential flag bearer and host no Greater Accra regional chairman phone in the boho bibia da ho you provide you be space ama no MPs wo maybe omo delegates no ya shisha na kama obi ni baby obetan nti say yes sorry na say to abana e just say dem wa no nti bibia da na kwan mu ama o hye baby a podium no wo baby ampenifo betan me kasa ne ade most of the time they are na bemben ama no mentimi nkoso papa say you are separating no at the screens see ho a baby a wuti bia no we particular temi hwe wo so enti bibia da na kwan mu a ya ready a you be take care of anytime soon.
All right, my member sao the amount of effort to mutimi egu mu ema sene eniema aye periperi ewo aye ahai.
Oh, we and you maybe say we your first time as you can see this is about the 10th time.
Yes.
Na NDC ne edwabo bi say there. Ya na ankeka na ehye. Enkrofo aya yi omo emo se omo nhwe dwumadie no so. Omo ye enkrofo asabe omo ni mu omo di mu nkra. Obia so de enibre ene ahonkeka ehye ma ne ye kama. Enti so far no obia committee surveillance committee so mo form nyina obia edi ne kwan so pepepepepe ma bibia da kwan pepepepe. Enti baby aye dre de ye twa ne say chese
ye be se dwumadi na se ya sa
dia hye dwumadi na se na se contest na kasa na e dia afeso
ma me misa unsa wo ye member of the publicity team no me misa about and someone akoso within the party leading up to this particular 10th National Delegate Congress make candidate your mu ebo the banter between some of the candidates womo contested for certain national positions. And no, how will you assess in Kitahudia a course between delegates and within the media space?
Wouldn't be arguing say electoral contest be anywhere with him in there coming enim.
No correct.
Just a new crime man in your day. Aha, we share United States for the baby. Just say, baby, you know, in the heat up to the period now, I'm about to abano. And some call and some bar, we can wait, no way I can wait. The amount this time, yes, you know, social media. Aha, social media. Can they know Nankaja? Yeah, I hear TV. They are question. One
TGBC.
Radio. I hear TV. But as I said, WhatsApp platform. He said that way. Facebook. Any the ake. Obia to make sure na join. Nipa go who that unim the baby Accra no. Also can the open. Omo a contest nankasa no. En share that. En say omo ni omo ho. Ebe kon ani omo ho. I say. Akeka omo ho ne ade na nso so omo chita fo no che say omo kra ye dede no mo no kra na de bia na do no kra nya delegates omo nto aba and you know yes every contest there
would you describe it as good or bad publicity?
I think it's normal. Yes, definitely no. Obi best step on Obi to Accra. And don't just say that's the end of it. They hear and say you contest and nothing in a can boom for a common cause. It happened to be even in flag bearership contest, nobody at the other cry. Bana monkey cake casana. You need the tobacco pet. Let's just say.
But happy 98.9 FM and was Guswa in ETV and Uguswa here. No, we are coming to you live from the Accra Sports Stadium, and at the National Democratic Congress, the largest opposition political party in Ghana, and then one more 10th National Delegates Congress, you know, one more a day so now the party went to the Central Regional Capital, Cape Coast, one more echo to aba a youth organizer, and then the deputies, and a women's organizer. Any the deputies, any ubobe PMU ewaha, a year positions here, a one more age na me ato muswaba omo vie for it be any say national chairman ewoho, your general secretary ewoho, your national organizer ewoho, omo deputies omo nyina mo your vice chairman omo nyina omo ho any papi and a womo ada omo ho adie se omo betimi agina ama delegate ato omo so aba na omo betimi aba be party nanim going into the 2024 general elections. The party is very optimistic and as hopeful say bibi biara entimi ensidia na 2024 no one betimi edin kunim in the parliamentary and presidential elections so ewo omaimo come a year January 7th 2025 they will be sworn in as the next government for the Republic of Ghana. And she say pi na party mpanyimfo edi egu akwamu a ene yetimi ababe piemu ewa ha mame entwamfo ni kakra enkyerɛw sɛ de be ya obetimi ahunu nia ekoso ewa ha ba bia ye eye media stands na emo mame kai o sɛ woni accreditation de anya de betimi amu akwanya aba watimi ɛwura ha aba be ye nia wo ye no enti de edi kan na wo sɛ otimi nya accreditation ansana wo ye nsɛnkyerɛni a watimi anya akwanya aba ɛwura ha aba be di ujuma sanso ana obi biara owura mu biara no you need to have some sort of identification and as accreditation ansana ya mu akwanya ama wo aba be wura mu ye ba ye no ya hunu sempanyimfo ne bia wo mo party no wo matimi aba omo VVIP session wo matimi afro akwa wo ye hwe se empanyimfo be yi puma kwan mu ama dwumadie no ahyase na mom ansa kransa na dwumadie no ebe hyase no ye empanyimfo bi no mu a wo mo ho bon ye ya ene yetimi dia ba bedua ha ye hwe se delegate betimi ato aba national executive on best the affairs of the party for the next 4 years. Mamekao, Ora Gideon Aikwe was a member of the publicity committee for the 10th National Delegates Congress of the National Democratic Congress. Wano ena menino tuchenkomo kakra ewaha. Ene woba delegates no pi aba na okwakohwe stadium stands no mu a ya chichemu kama obia okwakotena members of parliament ya womunso womoba nomdom ho ba be hyese adwumadie mu ya bia wo mu kwa akotena na tese inner perimeter ho de me ko hwe no enya de a wo hunu se ebia media house bia na se media outlets bia e wo ho only one media outlet and wo ho Wezo TV and wo mu inner perimeter wo mu de ensem no to apete Ghana for na nyina enti ene se bia hwe ETV na hu sa logo no kakra na tese ye tape raw feed from there said ye be ya yanso betimi de ensem no abre ahwefo ene etiefo mamenko na me ne rap Gideon Aikwe ento ankomoje twene so na ye musa se ene what should people expect obi biara ba ha bia no ede ne ehwe ene musa na no nko na wie ne besie
eja se ahaya we about 20 ne wa ha apart from that the penifo be ba be kasa kakra wo mu wie pe na je se ye de hyehye so aro
enukre
ye start ya ye hope se ade akwachi kwesi adade na obi
na je se o se de o ma ya te ase de a enada mu ni nyina ye be wa ha
o ye be
ade ya te kwesi da no
nipa no dosu nipa no dosu and from experience ade ade be san ama ade achi ye kakra ade be chi ye kakra
enti ye be kwesi da
enti ye be kwesi da e bought 12 pe dey wrap kwesi da na obi abehu so the me then say so far no I am very competitive ama woko omu villages ho kra na bibi omu ko dae na enra say enya asam ketwa dodo na ade aba ha kopem so ometo aba no omoto aba ni wi ya besre omu say be ko ni bia obi anyentum ma ne nyefe they say the Irish me say one more contest ni na nkrofo omo credibility
okay
omo merit enti na omo contest no omo display omo prowess various fields akase new positions a omo hwehwe ene omo so ya pese omo tinemu no ye beto omo so aba ne ye yi omo ti e wa Irish me say bebi a delegate bebi a wakoma ye o se kakọ no ene be nipa wo feel say obi a won strength there nso obi de so sin obi de mu odu si obi nipa wo feel say ono ka executives a ye be yi no ho a ye betimi akosa ekon den na ye de beje power if government we nsem no e ho na tokọ na ye nyi sa nipa no ye wi a ye nyina ye be ba akọ na ya taa wo mo achi na ya ko fesi the common competitor here NPP no ni ye yine fiade so na ya ba be ye gan na yie isan se be bia ekọ no obie ni tia se nko yie obie ni tia na se metia yes wo mu timi sere kakra because say dollar ba from and you see the need appreciate no money ade and so you hope say enye a 9-day wonder you hope say stability baby mama because say we show consistency in him as no Bank of Ghana rates as no banks ankasa rates as no forex bureau rates and gawu for so there was so nanka the rates there ba anka normally no anka difference no any cities no more pesos no mu say variations be wo mu a be wo pesos no mu across the board and so Bank of Ghana say near that 8 now bank say near that 10 Forex Bureau say near 11 12 near there they just say stability na say appreciation na see the na appreciation one shada so papa any stable they enhwe
okay
the here na say Ghana for who be sane omo and pass mo say match petrol so and reflect what man for botom ye kokro mu a nyoma na no boy ye den no yantete so na man for hu sane omo kakra isa say hye baby abefe bia ye say aye hye omo nyina hu say modern enso ni viable alternative wa ha ye wie congress yi pe ye basejata ni aba ba seat no ni atoto nyoma nyina yie ennyoma na nka ye kura mu 2016 anka ye ntu yade so a anka by now anka ye nam smoothly no ye erode sa gains no asan ye chi be ye 50 years anya sam kitwa o asan ye chi papa che say sika owura mahama fa adwene mpelifo fa adwen e de toto to ho so said daachi bi no anka ye ho kire ye said anka ye ho akire ye ya na anka ye fall on it eni da so sika bi anka na anka be kwa akofa na ye de atoto nyoma yie na bibia akọ kama no se sika ni na ye de akosi awa ye de akọje bosia na almighty saa ebe ye den na ye yie a che say obi be ka say onwi echi ma ho ana asa wo ne wo ma wo fie so pepe enti ye be sere amanfo delegates no be ye o ma fa mu de ne ye choose wi a ye nyina ye de botai ba ako ye de be follow executives na ye choose o mo no na ye de akoko okode
Mame Misa about since you're a member of the publicity committee, Mame Misa about the publicity surrounding last week Women's and Youth Congress at Cape Coast. What is your assessment of the publicity around it? Would you describe it as bad or good?
Well, obviously, maybe because na enfata. Yen crowd no ye hu bi on social media. Na me de say esa ningi na akodantem. Me de pa sa akodantem esa say contest there. So we contest they lose ya na den kakra. Esa nanse wupo resources e kom no. Ya dia ankoba na say we be win ya. Na akoya asefem. Na they made the na kakra ne say omo na contest na nkasa no. Enyo omo ne na omo no ho enya o. Nanso echirefo omo ati echire. So especially delegates in Muni and the idea because men who cry no national youth organizer competition me who so me no nam a program na say a muni who din commerce restre ni ade so en sama ko en sama ba ye hope say the aba ko ne de ko fortunately your former president Eden who share muma the page ne mu no wa brena say ama bibia aka mo down kama ye be hope say bibia because in fact every event bibia no ema experience ema would they improve with circumstance ye hu the course no na enunti if you planning this one no crowd you take care no into consideration ema ye ya ye ennyome bia ye de ennyome bia toto akwan mu wa ha the course wo ho no ebi ntimi nsi wa ha sei and there's adequate policemen yen konko engage private security adequate policemen national police officers omo wa ha omo make sure say basa ye bia emba na so far said dia wo he no amafo no omo enum si omo enum enum omo ewi ngosi ewi je say omo edi nkomo edi bibia da ne kwam I just say you hope say at the end of the day no onipa na enwini a ebe ya ba obete ho ase na ye de ahonden atade obewini omo ebewini nechi na omo de yakọ.
Alright, Gideon Ayiko, a member of the Publicity Committee for the 10th National Delegates Congress of the National Democratic Congress. One notice that meneno etuche enkomo ewo hano or yenini din komo about the publicity around leading up to the Congress, what transpired in Cape Coast last week. Or say some of the things are actually in bad faith. Again, he expects that Dano enkona we yene de na yahu se party na timi ato aba ayi mpanyimfo a omo wotidi wo mu so mbetimi edi party na nim going into the 2024 general elections one eno ene ne didie but na ora Gideon Ikwe can say be say as mentemi ho ase be a buy within the youth organizer contest, you know, as a brass yesterday. And if you may permit me, I saw a document here. Say Ora Broja Jemfi at the Assem Aquacodan Supreme Court. Womu Ebisa say Wonya to Abama no say youth organizer Ora Pablo Emani holding home or plead the court say Ora Pablo Mani in holding home say or a youth organizer of the party. Meaning say about party no, a party no who be bisa. A party no etimi to anamon bi ewo sase mi ho ana.
Media me who was social media and yes Supreme Court court or Amasamai. They me who was social media no. Me assure say about party no a notice omo ewa kwankyere wo ho omo ewo decision a omo take wo ho but so far party no omo ekasama party no
okay
yenti omo nka de me ameti he me
nti Matthias here but Matthias here mama misao and I think that this will direct among the positions no and delegates beto so aba no emu dia he and wo gidie say there are likely tsunamis.
Tsunami pa.
Emu dia na wo gidie say there are likely tsunamis. Emu dia he na o hwe say the contest is very keen and tight. Emu dia he na wo gidie say old faces will be kept.
Mintimi and Kasa Tsunami ho. Mintimi and old faces ho. But mintimi I can be keen. Obviously, chairmanship contest is very keen. And general secretary also has to be very keen. National organizer position, no, and also so you're keen. It's say
the likes of Joshua Akamba.
Contest be incumbent to whom. So, na other challenges, viable challenges, everybody they just say you're keen. And you know, Sami and some way, it will be very keenly contested. Na enyame wanwa say in the end, you know, margins, everything are small or big.
Are we to expect any surprises?
In every elections, there are surprises. There are surprises. Share a Greater Accra, the chairmanship I media, the social media, so the WhatsApp platform, a dim, you know, I say, yeah, your boy. It's you know, a diamante crowd, and winning. It tells you how delicate delegates can be. Delegates, very delicate. What do you want to do? But you know, definitely no. You been a keen contest.
Okay.
There could be surprises or not. And I may just say margins between me are small or very large, depending on delegates' the belief in contestants. No.
But my name is with a personal. Wait, Jack Barry. Come 2024. Obeko.
Baby, I'm calling your way, Jack Barry. But you're English, I'm Manfro.
English, I'm Manfro. Obeko.
Time to do it. Time to do a announce.
All right.
Time to do a announce.
All right, Gideon, is time to draw. Now you're better about for the primary, sir. You will obviously announce. So, Obekwa. Then I say, sir, Ojemre, now that you go and
Miss me, that's a imagine me back to fear. How you fear?
I am back. They have been here with TV.
Me fear me, you know. Me former house, and me almost immediate former house.
All right, Gideon, a member of the publicity team for the NDC's 10th National Delegates Congress. And the honor now said, you know, to train and come on the minimum set and penny for Afro Binum Baba, Yaniomo, ever to train come out, Yabeje or more adventure, and near a coso near CCA up until a near delegates. Abba Bomb, CCA walk across Sports Stadium. One more Abba to Abba, a ye and penny for more did you more. So, me at the party and him going into the 2024 general elections here. Yeah, better now, my main car was last year elections here. Of course, so the 9th National Delegates Congress. You know, and penny for P. No, you who see was Yanto Wamuswaba and our delegates ento Wamuswaba. Now, Omutimi Emedi party and him. Nana Oko, the general secretary race in what na between Ora Samuel Koku Sichove Anyido ene Ora Johnson Esiedu Enketia one and incumbent General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress ya ene was said the Breno wo Jayato ako contested for the national chairmanship position of the National Democratic Congress. Na sa competition eko na wiye no na Ora Johnson Esiedu Enketia one delegate etimi atoaba amano vote a wonya ye no na 6,644 6,644 and delegates no etimi eto emano national chairman competition no in the year 2018 no now it was between Danny Anang Samuel Ofosu Ampofu our incumbent chairman Alhaji Hudu Yaya Dan Abudakwi Betty Mode Idrisu we any one more mujina se yanto aba emfa emaomo na sa competition no eko na wiye no na Owura Samuel Ofosu Ampofu delegate mako empem miensa ahensia ni adunum ensia ena omutimi eto aba edema Owura Samuel Ofosu Ampofu wono ena delegate to aba man say wonye chairman of the National Democratic Congress ene wogusu ejinamu a wosi akan wo pre se party no ensanto abama no na wontumi emedi party nanim going into the 2024 general elections ayebeto with the hope say obetimi lead party no into government na mamema wonkai say other positions no meba na mababo so na ma kiremo in 2018 the contestants are almost call anyone more womutimi edi enkunim ewomu na sesi ade mamemra fie bio na yentoa enkomotwetwe no so ha kai se medikan ka do
Laura constituency enti mechia omunyina na besides the fact that we are MP for Laura no besides we are member of the Congress Planning Committee
okay
and we say member of the Electoral Committee
okay
enti side man na meba meto about and but you were in terms of organizing the Congress.
So you are a part of two committees.
Yes.
Munyadru. Emma, Ujumadi and Munyadru.
David. Ya side man ache. Ya yebi pen. Inti ejuma it me combine in na. Anyway, ya muso aye ejuma no.
Okay. Mama Musa, what has gone into the planning? Etimi ediaba bedua ye fidua mu ayehwe animo say delegates betimi ato aba national executives are omedi party and going into 2024 general elections
Sa Congress is the 10th Congress in the history of the NDC. Inti ya bi pen ya congresses upon congresses inti nieba babia yetimi sua fi honum inti niye last a congress ewo Kumasi no inti niye ankoso ye ne ya hwe ni nyina inti ya de ni nyina aka abomu ansana ya planning for this particular congress inti this particular kuta accreditation we are delegate we are official nipa nyina omu kuta accreditation inti omu gu abontin no nipa bebre gu abontin inti so omu kokko wa abontin ho a ye be dan aye ho adwuma ye ho adwuma. So that's the problem.
I've seen security presence were very tight. Ofri Abontina home modern bit me a Remokranoa. Only certain accreditation you are not allowed to enter into certain spaces. Is it as a result of the lessons that you've learned?
Absolutely.
From your previous National Delegates Congress you're organizing?
Absolutely. Because in the past we allowed delegate congress at like a rally. So it is here. In the rally, so many people brave bamu. So it is here. And shows adina and who say if we are not careful, miscreants, from miscreant, bamu, So they are saying, they can come and create all kinds of problems. We want to have the selected people. Say the card many person or your observer, we know that that person is decent enough to be an observer. Say the card must be a delegate that delegate cannot come and create any problem. That's what has informed us in planning for this particular Congress. I would be very, very surprised if Congress you have problems.
What should delegates expect? What should one more Bontia, one more air in live on ETV, one more TN live on Happy 98.9 FM? What should they expect at the end of it all?
They should expect that at the end of this Congress, we will have a very peaceful Congress. We will be able to select our leaders peacefully and transparently, so that at the end of the day, the delegates will decide who should lead the NDC in the next 4 years.
We should look forward to a formidable NDC fronter, Omaya Krado, to win back power in 2024. That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that all the candidates were duly vetted. They are all qualified to hold the positions that they are holding. But delegates will decide who should hold what position and who should hold what position. The delegates will decide this afternoon, today, in this stadium. And someone I'm from because you are part of the planning committee, a member of the planning committee, and someone I'm from say, because as many as 17 voting centers.
Okay. 17
voting centers. Because per se, all the regions voting center. Into regions now, and yet too big, no, too large, no. Yet the side regions, Accra, Upper West, North East, they are among one voting center.
Okay.
Ashanti region, a very large region with 47 constituencies. In the Ashanti region alone, not one voting center, 3 voting centers.
Okay.
And the Yama Greater Accra, 2 voting centers. Not just here. Yama Eastern, 2 voting centers. Into some other regions now, smaller regions, no.
Okay.
Sena, one voting center. A bit more cost wow. Into another day, 17 voting centers. We have estimated that for every voting center, they will spend a maximum of 4 hours.
Okay.
Say voting by 3 o'clock. By 7 o'clock, you will be voting.
Aside the voting, because the counting and the subsequent declaration thereof, no. Run here through some of the activities that will precede the voting, no.
Oh yes, what we term the opening ceremony. Into opening ceremony. Opening ceremony, no. Chairman, a Greater Accra regional chairman, Obama a welcome address. National chairman, also no open, no be Congress, no.
Okay.
Obia General Secretary, Bama report. Minority leader, Bama statement. Chairman of the Council of Elders, Bama statement. And former president and former flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, also Bama statement. In the side Nimena Ebeye, say a year and one. This time constitutional amendments. In fact, constitutional amendment here and back Congress. Until there will be no constitutional amendments. But so one of our affiliates, Pro Forum, Omude Krata Abase, Yam found as an affiliated member of the NDC. Until and also some motion, you will move on. Congress by endorsement.
Okay.
And one, let's just say, we are our partner. And Sana, moving into the next stage where we will do the voting.
Robert Zedin, Mamma Asiano Paisa Ojim Rena, Oberkai and Sat Mexico. Minister, Jumadi and the Dorso. Minister OTI also nine, Obeso to Rikaki, I go to Jumadi, but Happy TV, Yaduase, Happy 98.9 FM, Naskuswa in ETV Ghana, and Ugusua Wohe. We are coming to you live from the Accra Sports Stadium. And an Ayaboy Assistant. The National Democratic Congress and D and Kabomu and Anopay. Damwinano will bring you up to speed with what is happening here at the Accra Sports Stadium. It is the 10th National Delegates Congress of the National Democratic Congress, the largest opposition party in Ghana. We are live on Happy 98.9 FM, ETV Ghana, live on all of our social media platforms. Obetumi akoho na wonso akwakohu nia ekoso biano. Yani ene aso ene dida fomu a nia ekoso ewo eye stadium ha nyina no. Ye betwa ehunfoni na ye dia brao se de be ya obetumi edi wani ahwebie waso atibie nia ekoso ewo eye Accra Sports Stadium ha. Our brother National Democratic Congress. One more year 10th National Delegate Congress. Mama talk about the channel. Na many ya mama Zita can't wait. Zita Benson. It's my okay in a few, but that's it for the correction. Na yani ya mama Zita Benson. Yani ni komo kakra. Na me just said Bibia Bokodia. Mamika said she was former minister for tourism and ambassador to the Czech Republic. How will you describe the processes that are so from the start I now see here for the 10th National Delegate Congress, but so up until now, how different is this organization from the ones that you've experienced before?
This has been very, very intense. Previous ones, intense. Say, I don't know whether young ones now or muna but this is the first time I'm seeing this. People are supporting candidates, and sometimes the campaign gets personal. It gets personal. People are going all out, or sometimes on attack. So I mean, will be sadder, but I believe that after the election, we would put our differences aside and move forward.
What do you think has accounted for this? This new approach, I almost said the delegates are coming in with?
I think that the delegates want the right people to be elected. They are looking for people who will lead them into 2024, because we all see the mess that we are in under NPP. And so people are fighting for people that they believe in. So if they believe that this person is capable of leading us into 2024 now, they go all out. And sometimes Omunya Botre to know that democracy, is about differences of opinions, and then they take it overboard. But all in all, we are one big family. And I believe that as one big family, even in individual families, there are people who disagree with each other. Yes, we disagree today. We will see the end of it. We'll put our differences aside. We'll all rally behind the new executives. And then we will fight towards 2024 to push the elephant into the bush.
Let me, and this is, I am being a bit gender biased this morning. What is your assessment of women participation in the process leading up to this stage?
Women, we as a party, we believe in women participation. So the women have always been a part of this whole process. We have women like Honorable Shariaite, Molly, Benita, Honorable Attorney General, my good friend Efua. There are committees working behind the scenes. That we have a lot of women that I even know of who are part of this whole process. And see, where women have not been left out. Our women are in there. They are part of the organization. They are part of everything that we are doing behind the scenes. You may not see them in the front, but behind the scenes, we have a lot of women. We have female lawyers behind the scenes working to advise and support. So the women are there, and I'm very proud of them.
Let's talk about the positions to be voted for, vying for. And let me ask you this, sir, whether you had any wish, sir, you would have seen a lot more women from the fold of the National Democratic Congress contesting for some of these critical positions in the party.
Yes, I wish that we have more women in these positions. Personally, me, if I would have stood for any position, I'm sure I would have gone for national organizer, because I believe that we've left most of these positions for men, thinking that is the sole preserve of men. And then we just look at women organizer where it's just women. But I believe that as women, we have the organizational skills to bring things on board. So I will encourage my sisters don't leave the positions to the women thinking that it's just for women. But apart from that, we have other women in other races. Like, I know that Barbara is vying for Deputy General Secretary or something like that. She's a woman.
Yeah.
And then we have other women for vice chairpersons. But the very prominent ones are all being, like the General Secretary, they are all men, chairman all men, organizer all men. Yeah, so yes, we need more women on board, especially not just for women organizer, but general organization, women should consider running for it. And if I should run next year, I'm running for organizer.
That's next 4 years.
Yes.
You're likely
Yes.
to run for the national organizer position of the National Democratic Congress. that's very I mean, good position for you to go for.
Yes.
Seeing the fact that you've worked in certain sectors that you have that organizational skills to organize members of the party. But let's quickly wrap up our conversation with what to expect. Okay. Thank you very much. Mami Zita, and quickly, then I will link to Raymond Yamado, who is down there on the Empenyfuni Binomo Party, no AD and Komo. What are we to expect today and after today? How will the NDC position itself to win back power in 2024?
I believe that the delegates would elect the people that they want them to lead them. So after this, whoever those leaders are going to be, I expect them to hit the ground running, to reorganize the party, to reconcile the party, to move forward. Because we have just 2 weeks to enter 2023. It means that we have 2 years going into the election. We do not have time. And NDC, we've kind of been a little dormant. So we need the new executives to lead, for us to follow, to be able to go into 2024.
2024, you're winning. 2025, 7th of January, you're being sworn in as the new government.
I'll send you invitation to come to the Independence Square.
Thank you very much. Madam Zita Mezin, former tourism minister and also former ambassador to the Czech Republic. Raymond Yamado, my colleague, is down there. Raymond, Otemenka, good morning. What really is going on over there? Chamfonik Accra and Diakoso, Asio. Can we? Shall we?
We are going back, guys. We are back on air. Doc.
and Famra Happy 98.9 FM, any ETV Ghana. So we are live from the Accra Sports Stadium and the National Democratic Congress. On your 10th National Delegates Congress. Beto Aba Eyim Penyinfo Mbedi Party and going into the 2024 general elections. The party is optimistic, sir. Come 7th of January 2025, the party will be in government. And Penyinfo wamu ayom hueso ebeto muswaba no wamu dos pinuano ana oshweye ana utie ya medical abomudin. And I mentioned, sir, wamu amuhubomu in making sure, sir, this Delegates Congress ebetimi abaswano many more ebedi and kumo chairman who said many penifoni be adding kumo, and we are continuing with the conversation as we speak now. Penifon ban or mobile emu, but Cecia dear, meme stands mu a year over Accra one and a director of communication for the National Democratic Congress. One of them new education kumo Accra na membisano about publicity, about relations, public relations surrounding the organization of the Congress. You know, how has it been, Daddy?
Wonderful. The MD, minima be an AC than a minimum, but a few radio stations. Why advert promoting our Congress?
And then cry.
What the China. More journalists, my other papa, papa. Now we have done our very best. We leave the rest to God. We know that everything will be successful at the end of the day.
What is unique about this 10th Delegate Congress?
Because you have a useless government in authority that we have a duty as Ghanaians to remove. That is what makes it unique. This is the most useless administration since I was born. And for your information, I'm 64 years old. Whenever did you hear that the inflation is 50.something%? Whenever did you hear that? Tell me, whenever did you hear that?
Not in my lifetime.
In 2016, when John Mahama left office with 200 cedis, how many gallons of petrol could you buy?
You could buy like 4 or 5.
I won't speak more because you all feel it in your pockets. You all feel it in your homes. Awara in the brarebre. It's very sad because you see, I'm a lawyer. The person with the president is a lawyer. Oh, yeah, no, I have what can I lawyer for? We're useless. Meanwhile, we cannot be compared in any way whatsoever. How can a country with the sort of envelope we have decide that we are going to build a cathedral? What is the basis for that nonsense? Why? And then you go and pull down houses built with taxpayers' money for public officials. And you leave the place like a Galamsey site. Sometimes I wake up and I cry. It is a lawyer doing this to the people of Ghana. What sin have we committed by electing him to become president? The hours today, they're basically answering. Who are you? Who are you to be talking such rubbish? To use other people's money to build a church for God? Who are you? Young Kodo.
So the difference is the New Patriotic Party and the government.
This government must go. Sometimes why am I enjoy the constitution? Yeah, and that Britain's in the
midterm,
the British system. Look, in December 2019, this is just about 3 years ago.
Yes,
there was a general election in Britain. Boris Johnson won a majority of 80 seats, 8-0. Where is he right now?
He's out.
Where is the successor?
Out.
Do we deserve this? Do we, as Ghanaians, deserve this foolishness? Please go on.
Yamra, the Congress itself.
Yes.
And someone around the Congress. leading up to NA.
Yes.
And the contest, it looks as if it is very keen.
Yes.
Which happens to be the national chairmanship position.
Yes.
What is your assessment of what has gone on between the two candidates, very well known individuals within the party, Diakoso Montemo, leading up to this particular National Delegates Conference?
The first qualification to hold office in the NDC, the very first qualification that you must have is that you are what?
A card-bearing member of the National
A
Democratic
member of
Congress.
the NDC. Them pay for your bohondini. Yenyim ho fititi. They have devoted their adult lives to the service of the NDC. So we know them. And me, I love each of them so much. So I know them. Say, but over some of win, I even win. General Mosquito win, I must buy then. My win. One more how? Under the Constitution, any of them who loses becomes an automatic member of the Council of Elders. It's not our party administration one way or the other.
On free way.
But there's something that people are talking about, which I must address. And that is that in Zambia, work can be an don't forget that we are in the World Cup of time. Isn't there tension in football?
There is.
Are you sure there's tension in football?
There is.
Seriously, eh?
Yeah.
Now, NP Disafo says, yeah, should too. And go for whatever. Why the tomb? No, or that catch the tomb. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's a tension in Buma. Atibida. Brother, Atibida.
Davi.
Manato. Kodokasa.
And I have been engaging some other members of the party.
Yes.
And I've been asking questions around as to whether we should expect surprises for today.
Yes.
Are we to expect any surprises today?
The word surprise comes about when you know the end result. I did more than Ghana, Nigeria. And then in the end, Nigeria,
Ghana.
Natural surprise. If it's a surprise, I wouldn't know. Thank you.
We are all waiting to see.
Thank you very much. Yes, I am him delegated. What was him? Yes, one time and then.
How will you describe the organization?
So far, so good.
Comparing it to the Akoso Kumasi 4 years ago.
I can tell you that Yakade Ebasha Center. And on behalf of the party, I am begging all of you, please forgive us. Ghana Yarban, Ibiaka. No more than be Ebasha. Nessa Shasape, Yaboko do the we will not sleep here. We ensure that. Okay, thank you very much.
And
Yababo Madina de Yanda. Bini Machinas Mobisi, into Macana, Yababo Madina Yanda.
Daddy, my no has said to him, Accra is someone, Director of Communications. One now says, Chinkomo, Jumadi is Mameka, sir. We are still waiting. Sir, you have pick a fee from the main days, you know. Na near Ekoso, Hobian, Yadibabra, Yafonia TF1, one more no more live on Happy 98.9 FM, live on ETV Ghana. Mameka will be said Jumadi and Yamin Kwana May. One more airboa, so a month for Salmode Beninano, or so almost your dome, dear, one more tear 18 Fidianino, or so almost your dome, dear, Mamekao, Ora, Samuel Lishon, or no ever happy, Ni Accra or happy, Raymond Yamado or happy, Kwame Damte or happy, a year, Ora Agri or happy, a year Peter or happy, Kafidi or happy, Madame Becky or happy, Sanso Anna. Mr. Justice Nati, one also happy, and also for Kofi Asamoah, one also happy. This is the team one. Yane wamu ewaha, yane wamu edi jumano, and na the bakoso, the bebochi, akopremen piano. Yabeda nadi, Eddie Achro, ewo ejumadi so, and every a lot, and yabetimi Eddie hu enkomo. Ora, Sami, Ishan, Wababa can't mensa. Because on the Namu, on the Diakoniaba, Wakoba, Minimsa, na nibo eniema baako mienu miensa bi so a wobetimi ada na di ama ahwefo ene etiefo enti mama ne tutu komo taw mama ne tutu komo taw sima baako mienu miensa pe na ono no ezanse o ebisi nti won sorry nonko bizese ona namu
so far there I'm saying about Hanum say preparations for the event, what I'm so much impressed about the security officers and how they are conducting themselves at the grounds. You can see that they are fully prepared for any and everything. And see, one more crowd control unit, our Hanum say, one more other units, our Hanum say. They have actually set up a communications pointer, a whole Ghana police for no okay. And I must say, I'm very, very impressed with the Ghana Police for normal preparedness for the event. The ambulance service folks are also here. And I think so far, one more so preparedness for it's very much obvious that one more crowd was here, will be a trash, and I say will be at Yato, and I say be at Obiswa. They are very much ready to make sure we be a OSHA organization is a be and Mamus Womo, Yajina down on the Penipa Adioma Banum, Womo area move, Mamu a former attorney general, Waba Hanum say, Mamu Dr. Dofo, and so on also Abba Rumo, Dr. Amanebuama, one also Abba Mokoku Tegan, one also Abba Rum, Professor Joshua Alabi, and so Abba Rum. And he trying a year dignitaries in the Brace or more, but so far. It's proving very difficult to find some of the aspirants. One more the various positions. No, say any of the aspirants. Say I'm thinking so. One more train. Say Bibia Bob settle no. Now for the Omabo near Bomo your normal fans no. And so far about Hanum saying the Bibia the media is also showing presence. One more I am my media spacer. All the media houses are fully represented across the regions. One more Hanum say will be and so and Juma Pesenia, Bibia Evercon. So far, Hanum said you can see preparations for a year NDC for one more delegates a year Congress we say it here. Bibia There is no doubt, sir, some of the positions are delegates Beto Muswabano keenly contested. Meaning, say, you've been hearing about conversations and command man for being more regarding some of the key positions that delegates better swaba and they. What are some of the things that delegates regarding some of the candidates that one more miato muswaba, some of the positions that amount for echo for what are some of the delegates saying? Well, so far yes, if I ever no. Any the chairmanship slot you would have thought that the general secretaryship would have been one of the top positions, but everybody is talking about the chairmanship position. And you can see one more keen on ensuring at the end of the day they will come out of this contest united. But it's beginning to look like especially the audio about the general secretary, the incumbent general secretary right now, though he's not contesting, he's going for the chairmanship. One admit to say yes, that voice is not a leaked tape. Now, one delegates are only share one more aiding Kitanono, sa tape and about thing. You can see the members are concerned about the kind of language and when you one more aid than a day, especially the general secretary of the party. The comments I will make here and I won't say someone airbanum. The chairman on they are asking questions as to what I said. The leadership of the party, the functional executive committee of the party, the national executive committee of the party is beginning to look like the delegates. I wonder, why hasn't there been any statement condemning the posture, the language, and the conduct of these two top executives of the party? And so people are worried about it. Again, what people are talking about, for want of a better word, injunction. Yadiato operado. Neswanum say and Jumedi Enconawi no. Yet me and declare and say one no any youth organizer of the party. And the questions they are asking, they say the former flag bearer of the party and former president of the party, Afra Afanuno,
I know my come on and catch almost say, let peace prevail. How can it be said? One of the parties that will lose the contest, no. Ebebu, the former president, no, and him say, we can file a injunction now. A restraining one, the party from holding a Pablo. So honor and a youth organizer, you know, and I feel for himself to hold himself out there, one and a youth organizer, you know. I know I idea be bring I can once say in Kay. Now a yakwese one more a boot a party no and himtia and the former president especially one more a boot and himtia with a the stepper one more article on the grounds. Those are some of the comments that the delegates are talking about.
And we are still waiting for candidates here. One more young once he was a delegate and to Muswabano. One more a bit to me, Abba. And as we speak now, and I said that they need a bit to say one more Abba. But at tier 4, near 4, Mammy, a year, Simabe Bakumi and one. Mamen Kamo. Sir, we are coming to you live from the Accra Sports Stadium. The World and Crown Crodium Ha. The 10th National Delegates Congress of the National Democratic Congress. And now, for you to be aware of the positions that delegates ever to so abano in the chairman's position, vice chairman, general secretary, deputy general secretary, national organizer position, deputy national organizer position, and also Mameka said deputy communication officer, and no communication officer, contact grade for Bakupe and agent, Ura, Sami, Jamfi, Wano, and Aujina, deputy communication. That particular member of the Matisse PPB Koso Minia Raymond Namado a live feed, you know, a day Brian Minim say Foni Kakraka Pa Goyi and Ebaboso in Jene Ka Onam now drew main entrance now Peso Stadium Numwa. Yahu him near accreditation is so na Yabusa say Yawa and I say Enyawa. And they Anko ba Nisa Yanko na Yako near Ecoso former president John Dramani Mahama, former president John Dramani Mahama, one and our flag bearer for the National Democratic Congress in the 20 Jumadiano so he's flanked by a former chief of staff Ora Julius Debra, one and I wouldn't a Minim say, walkway, all days in the studio. What the entire aircraft company for more any kind of better a year days in the so. Now, you to me, Eddie Mediano, as she shares so. Ain't it, sir, and a TM Fonino, and a Chago, our Wakasan Fonino, as one. I make out, sir, a year, Yamame, Jane Nana, Opoku, Adman, Professor, one also a year former president, John Dramani Mahama, who are one more and anti. Ako tenasie na so mo tenasie dia na o mo mpanyimfo a wo mo etena djumadie no so a na jese di djumadie no ba ba chiase anasa wo chia party emma a wo mo abo chenku anaso mo bohia mu wo Accra Sports Stadium ha ene anopai na said the party man no boje ne so no sa na etwagu wo kasafoni eno eso no minim se wonya tena sepe na ya de dwumade nyina ahyehyɛ so ogusu a wo chia anaze wo chia empanyimfo ene party ma wo mu adikan aba bedua wo Accra Sports Stadium ha ene anopai ma yambra fie na yentu anko so Ora Asante we a member of the publicity committee one na we in charge of accreditation Ora James Asante Baba Bekan sa yene no twetwe enkomo kakra Ora Dr. Asante Ababa Kenza. Aja, Yamuache, Wakwaba. Now I'm from microphone, Emma Wansa. Now, over there, I said, former President Abadia, Accra, I said, Jumadian Asianasa.
I know, what by the nature said Jumadiano, about Sasiano. Say, I don't know, you're
Okay.
Manyan in TSS, other dignitaries and so about.
Okay.
For instance, Mr. Kwabna do for Matiswaba, Timpany 43 na Egusuba. Internet says, I bet you should be Medianias. Yeah.
Now, my member, so, you apply for accreditation.
Minimum say, one
I want to make
my crown was shall say, boy.
No, when you're chivo, and I'm a was that, and coming funny for me accreditation to go. But you again, as a sign.
Yo, Medasi, the Panadoson. And for instance, ETV, model list Nipa Bebre
And great.
other stations, so Nipa Bebre, Yenya individual in terms of personnel, individuals, Yenya 1,045 people
Journalist.
out of 140 media houses. So they are saying, yen timi new BM film. You're not going to say, you're banning Kakran, no BN. And now I see into your sermon, Monfanche Pamocho, Ebin Sibu.
Were there any challenges that we face here with ensuring that people get accreditation to come for the Delegate Congress?
No challenges. In fact, say intimi mo bia memusa. So they are saying, who you say, Obi Oha on your media person. Also, no, I can't be a media person. No, but say some. Now more who immediate I can see a media here on my can see recognize no Yamwana yen show man sana or more can because and then because of new media anti you were bloggers you were one now so say sure there was no challenge. We just wanted to limit the number to some extent. Into here in Sano.
Eti enipa baya apem emroso no a wo mo ede krata beto mani mo se mo accreditation. Said they be on betimi aba ka fadwumadi no. Emu ahe na mutimi enya accreditation de ma wo mo.
800.
Okay.
And so here media center had nipa bebre. So tia say na aya na e pa bi say nipa he na ye adwuma no. So mo nipa he na ye adwuma no. Nti me pese e be kan ko akire. Patch on e de mamo. Say e bi nsi da chi bi e be sure say ye nya bebre ne e de ama say na media ni bia betimi aba. Because Montina ye wa ha. Meboa.
Mate
yeah. Nti ye sere mo.
Mate.
E bi nsisi.
Doc, Mama no no pay. So Jimre, now I'm Chicomo. Dr. James Asante, member of Publicity Committee in charge of accreditation. One now say, Yanino Edge and Kobo. You're talking about your trend as well. Now, Honorable Cabinet Minta Akando, member of Parliament for Jaboso, or Sanso, a former Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Honorable, and I pay Yamuakaba. Mijism Pombo, dear.
Yamiadum Kakra.
My members are organization. Minim say about 1 year when you may be. Who is saying?
But be a madroid, dear. The man who be a maniac home. But be a madroid. After me room, me buy 1 century for Daroma. Wait me, Nti, Minya, and who Nina. But so far, the man who be the ball organizers in Abaso.
Yamra, the contest proper. Now, what your expectations are at the end of the day?
My expectation, you know, say, you be free, no. Na yanya empanyimfo asomdwe mu a ombedi anim ni akoje tumi afri MPP for nsam na amamu boni kodiawu amamu ayewo mu no na yewura John Dramani Mahama adi anim no mabon na chidom ni atumi abu oman ni ye.
There seems to be some degree of confidence within the National Democratic Congress. So come 7th of January 2025, the party will be in government. Where is this high level of confidence coming from?
I clear and yes spiritual, and you don't need to be a soothsayer and I say Nicolas I come for answer the one. So I follow politics Accra or my one. Me GDA say or my more to a band will be a trap as an assistant mobile.
And correct.
What you say, Sabi, a tell the be as a baby. It's 9 who yet said the officer. What I say. Nke clear emra yewura John Dramani Mahama ete akonwa ne so no sene na Ghana ma no yesi filie niema otumi di ye niema mpunti o de baaye aye kan say there be na yɛnhu ne yie nti wɔnkɔtena nkyɛn na yɛwura na dan Kwaku Ado odwa na anum saa koduru baabi ɔka kyerɛ yɛn sɛ me ne omienu kura mpo no ɔbɛha dan me adam you remember you understand nti ma Ghana for hu sɛ okay so obetuma yɛ saa nneɛma wei nyinaa de a ɛne ɛbra for me da bia meka sɛ anka na Ado amedi akonwa na nka yɛbɛka sɛ ɔbɛyɛ ɔmampanya anka ne ho sɛ so nka bi ma da ne wanya the opportunity but Ghana for hu saa ma mu wei ɛno ma hu yɛwura John Mahama nso ma mu Joma so nsuo ɔma so ansa ɔma hu susure wom ɛnɛ ɔma yi mu mframa airborne wonim you know it the ɔmo ka yɛ nyinaa ɔma ntumi ani so yɛwura John Mahama sabi ɔmo twa ntoro ɛto no so yɛ ne ho fi no te sɛ a wada ne prophet ne ho afi fita ɔka sɛ dɛ poster de bɛyɛ dɛn ɛbɛgyegye no sɛ yɛ nyinaa yɛ so afrɛ no so I'm clear and confident say nyame yɛ adom a 2024 elections yɛbɛdi nkonim.
Now, Mami Misa will come back to the contest. Now, Mabusa, Nia Koso, particularly one of the positions that keenly contested.
All right, you say the General Secretary of the NDC, Johnson Sejin Katia, Abo MCCA, one in the dome, one more area park and so one more agentia, and Otus Oborum and Hanumina, and we are waiting for the other aspirants to also come through.
And go to General Mosquito F4. Say Enyadia can also contested. Ura Ofosu Ampofo. And send someone about audio. So do you have a feeling, sir? And no bet many so be on how delegates are going to decide today.
NDC delegates, Omunim the Yama party no, and I can assure you, at the end of the day, the Yama party they between the Abankunimu. In 2024 no delegate be so amaye ntinya de obi aka obi ani ho so party
delegate as your man
de obi beka Congress the highest decision body of the party afutuo ya afutuo de obi ne obi be che kokom beka say eye no kre say nya no kre mitimi ni ho adanse wa but at the end of the day baby e be do ni say e be yi mpanyimfo na candidate ben enna on betumi agitumi amaye 2024. And I trust NDC delegates say by the end of this Congress,
there are some are terminated as dogfight within the party. After the elections, do you have the sense that the party will be able to form a formidable front?
Oh yeah.
Going into the 2024
don't waste your time. Sabi party bia. Omu hwehwe acid gu omu ku omu ho. Ye wo man mu. Ensi da. Say General Secretary Yato Abayi no, Congress akoyi no, ye suspended no, ye wo man mu, Chairman Amato Abakoyi no, ye suspended no, a whole lot of confusion. But yet, I can't afford your imaginary. I don't want to talk about no more here, but they wanted to try that political party. For me, one who send the one guy okay, no, sabi, Mr. Sadi, but Mr. Party way. I have used not less than 22 years of my life to serve this party from the grassroots. My several youth wing and inquire about 12 years. Me who contest chairmanship more than say that. We know more than. And so some of these things are expected. Gurus me no more putting in no. Obia paid the dues to the party. Johnson I said doing Ketia from assemblyman to consultative assembly to MP to deputy minister to general secretary. How many years? What I say? You will for Swapofu. MP, DC, Minister, Chairman, they've all paid their dues for the party into the emotion. But at the end of the day, they all say, at this time, I can default. You will see be I can default. You may be very good, very competent. Everything I said, there be some way there.
And now, dear,
sir, way you know me, there else I'm not dear name. I'm dear name. Now I'm Papa. So I say, I am clear in my mind that at the end of Congress, we are going to have a formidable front. Mijidi yese, mpanyinfo mienu nyina no, obia ni ho be say party no, obia say party no, and they are part of the party. Obia expertise or one who make good use of the expertise. Me amiti hai. Me ne Yewura Johnson I said in Katia, I am Papa Prekope. Yewura was one powerful. I am a papa cope. Only a Nunina. You understand? But at the end of the day, only a Nunina to be a chairman. Back with a bear chairman. Trust me.
It was season beer.
Season beer no can do. Season beer. It may not be said when you're competent and now you're qualified. What I say, until I won't cook one. I will maybe a minimum strategies offer. What I say. Until at this point, you know, who will choose a leader. And trust me, I'm Bekofi.
2024.
Oh, I'm Bekofi. They will go.
Honorable, where they not coming back here, Beko, Namenya, Accra. Now, boss, sir, we all know what our current economic situation is. Will it not be a burden for you if you come into office in 2025?
In the Yaman says, a bad burden. As for burden, a bad problem. But that is why we need to come and fix it. Take us a bad burden here, Madia. Not the opposite chance in Yamo money say you. Thank you for way. Would Diagro. On Betonwa, Tony, Nipane Umuno. And then Minuka say, we investment our plan our life for some number of years, or say, or no mismanage economy, we see cano, say a mature next year on farm mount. Or no, you naturally are taking decisions, you must abide by it. Or my many years I deal with him. So, and then Minuka say inflation. That be a Okwajaman Swa, not prices, they really. Sir, there is no facet of the economy. Ekoyi. Omuan kasampo no munim said they've mismanaged the economy to the sense say ekomon kwa akobi abeka say momfa koyan mai. So is that bad? Is that very, very, very bad? But I'm sure say Ghana for Aswansu 2024 will remedy the situation.
Young Parliament Accra for about a minute. Ansana, young come rushing with your Accra.
Okay.
For about a minute, Ansana Mejamo, say, oh, you're very busy.
Okay.
A quick one has to do with the censure motion falling through. As the man said, minority said they have another approach to get rid of the finance minister. Which approach are you going to use again, Honorable?
I don't know the. You do one better yanka. You do one better yanka.
You better yanka. Honorable, Mamma was saying.
That's
only a tree and come on. Honorable, Mita Akando, Ono, and what they say, Yanino Edge come on live on Happy 98.9 FM, live on ETV Ghana. The 10th National Delegate Congress of the National Democratic Congress. And no any free Accra Sports Stadium. And the Abre for any a tier for Matimre. No pay any Gomuche, a no pay. Minister and some Pinuano and Yadu and Como and Anope. Mamikao, sir, we've mentioned some of the positions that are going to be keenly contested. One, for no doubt, is the chairmanship, national chairmanship position. And they, baby, our Bia Babedriano, and penny for delegates or Messia, one more AD and home and Como. Mamikao, one more at one Wasiwa, Sewa Mujina. For the chairmanship position of the National Democratic Congress, Edino Enie, a year or Samuel Yao, a Dusay, one and a delegate Ekofa, a year ballot paper, one no decline, a year or Johnson, a Sedu and Ketia, one a incumbent General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, one a delegate and Omokwa Kotuaba no Mokofa, a ballot paper noir, one and a Tosu Emienu, Samuel Ofosu Ampofu, one a incumbent chairman of the National Democratic Congress. One and they say, Woko na Wokofa a year ballot paper noir, one and a Watosu a year miensa, and a ora ni ama ashite, one and a Watosu and I say Wokofa a year ballot paper no, say Woko to about for chairman for the National Democratic Congress, and there Anopaya, and then Demuya and Yanopay, and then Demuya, one of the Tosu and Naya, a bit to me, a catcher say, Ubehuno or ballot paper, and Yamrafie. Na ejinko mo kakra na mame mfa microphone na me mfa ma honorable mame mo akwaba mejilize mpombo ko de
nyankopɔ de akyɛ
mame misa organization so far saying na wohunu wani agye ho compared to the course in Kumasi in 2018
Yes, as a Greater Accra, what I'm saying, yeah, host to national capital. Now, I arrangement in the way say, Obia region Biabanya Bibiatina. Okay. Oba and one say security arrangement. Bibia a cost pepe. Yampe party security. Yafa Ghana police. I say law-abiding citizen. Until Yafa Ghana police are mobile Yahoo. So security is intact. And Chebia Baba share first session. I giving of the report. The Congress in Ankasa. We are answering Hanover, ma EC. No, I share election as here. But yeah, a lot of people don't take a critical look at the part one. Part one, no, and only Congress in Ankasa. Okay. Part one, no, any Congress in Ankasa. Yes. Congress in this every 4 years, Yama reports. General Secretary Bama report. We look at the constitutional amendments. We adopt all constitutional amendments, and sana. Yes, and many people will give speeches, including our former flag bearer. Yes, and many and sana. Yashe abaton until those are the processes that is yet to start. How long are we expecting that we spend here? And sana you bet to abanavie, you bet kinkai, you bet declare the respective winners for the respective positions. And how long do you believe sir, it's going to take us? You bet Hana. Yeah, nah. Because of experiences in the past, Okay. Yeah, in a way, sir. Every region, they are a polling station. Only Greater Accra, ne Ashanti, and Ayache Mutu. I repeat, only in Greater Accra, ne Ashanti region, and Ayache Mutu. Okay. But apart from that, every region, the polling station, okay. They are fast track voting, until we are targeting, say, by 6 aircon. Now, at least they are started counting by 6 p.m. That's what we are targeting. Hopefully, because I travel to the night security arrangement in India be etosi. Until any moment from now, no, you share Congress now say now you part one. Now we quickly hand over to EC. Now I share about one. How has the planning been for the host region? Has it been that difficult or easy? Yes. What I'm saying, Congress, it entails a lot. We talk about accreditation for all delegates, accreditation for observers. Party for, but delegate. We talk about our external branch delegates and their observers. We look at accommodation. Other region, accommodation. We are now. And now you look at other security arrangement. It's a very difficult task, but we are trying as a Greater Accra executives in conjunction with national. Now, a very peaceful election, and we are hoping that by the close of day, we'll have a very successful and peaceful election. Incident-free elections. Yes, that's incident-free. That's what we are targeting because NDC we are law-abiding, party members. To trust them. So we have spoken to our delegates. We've spoken to our supporters. So politics is a game of numbers. Until we want to have a very peaceful election. Until we are not attracting, what they call it, floating voters. Because Ghana has a open every 4 years. Answer our government be changing hand. It is a floating voters and a key makers. So Abrabo as a political party, they are having a critical look at it. Yet to be Kasa MPP are failing into that is a trump card. No. We have to be attractive to the floating voters. Okay. Modi almost support Babeka NDC vote to me to Abambonia at 2024. That is what we are working towards. Mamino say anopai ojemre na oni atwetwenko maminim say dwumadi ni nyina nkona wie be say nya obio na ye no atwetwenko mo e dwumadi ni so. Me da say. Yantoa so na entia nya ne say say dwumadi ni e ba be hyasia ne sam na mom manjiji sankomo we ya yentimi nko MPK live feed
from the days. I would do Ishak, a PNC National Communication Officer. One no and Obaba Kamensa. One no and a name, meaning solidarity message free. PNC, no, or no, and Obaba. How do? Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
How is it?
By the grace of Allah, we are fine.
You're fine. Will you be the person delivering the solidarity message today?
Of course, we are here to solidarize with our sister political party, and you should expect a solidarity message from us.
So, you've been here for some few minutes. What would you say about the organization so far?
Well, I think that we're given an invitation letter who stated that we should be seated by 10 o'clock. So it was our expectations that by now the official program should have started.
Okay.
But I can see that there's still a lot of movement, meaning that there's still a lot more organization to be done. And no matter what, we are here because of the program. There's an agenda, and we must try as much as possible to exercise some restraint and to ensure that the reasons for which we are here, we are able to see it through.
It means you're not at all impressed about what has transpired as we speak so far.
Well, of course, we are far behind time. It's not within my mouth to say that you know that we're giving some time. And once we are far behind that time has already beaten us. I cannot be enthused about the organization in terms of the schedule. I cannot be enthused about it. But the organization involves so many other things. So I can't just say that the organization has been bad.
Let me ask, from your party, what sort of lessons will you be picking from this organization so far?
From the organization?
Yes.
Well, of course, we as a political party, we equally organize and stage events like this because we equally organize national congresses to elect our leaders, and we would ensure that as much as possible we take very valuable lessons from this particular congress and ensure that once ours would come in the future, we'll use those lessons to do a better job in terms of organizing our National Delegates Congress.
The National Democratic Congress believes that it is the next alternative government. Do you share that view as a member of the PNC?
Well, whether we like it or not, they are the largest opposition political party, and since 1992, political power has rotated between these two political parties, notwithstanding the fact that we, as an opposition party, a consistent opposition party since 1992, has put out a lot of manifesto promises to the effect that we could be a better alternative to both the NDC and the NPP. Unfortunately, that has always never materialized. But we do believe that Ghanaians are beginning to learn very valuable lessons from the performances of these two political parties. And I hope and believe that, of course, a time would come where Ghanaians would look beyond the NDC and the NPP and probably give power to the PNC as an alternative.
As an alternative?
To both NDC and the NPP.
To both the NDC and the NPP. What level of interest do you have in the NDC's 10th Delegates Congress? What level of interest as a party?
Well, my interest stems from the fact that we are political parties with similar ideological orientations, bordered on socialism, and we are a socialist party. The NDC said that they are democratic, they are socialists, they are democratic socialists.
Social democrats?
And what it means is that we share some form of ideologies, and as much as possible, we are both political parties in opposition. And it is our remit to ensure that we put the government on its toes, especially judging from the fact that things have not been going too well in terms of performances by the new Patriotic Party government. And so we have that collective resolve and that collective responsibility to ensure that probably we bring some hope and reprieve to the Ghanaian people. And so we have an interest in how the NDC elects its national officers. And so we think that they should elect very competent, credible, and people with integrity, people who can complement that collective resolve of salvaging this country.
What are you expecting at the end of this Delegate Congress?
Well,
I
can't expect anything beyond the fact that they should elect people based on their proven competence. They should elect people based on what they can offer their party. They should elect people based on what they can do to ensure that the reasons for who we form political parties, which is to govern and govern well, comes to pass.
Ishak, thank you very much for making time to speak to us.
My
this
pleasure.
morning. And I'll be waiting for the solidarity message that you will share with the National Democratic Congress
of course,
today.
It will be one of the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Awudi Ishak is the PNC National Communications Officer. He joined us, shared with us. So they have
a bit of an interest within the elections that course on. Yanko na yamfa dear course o jumedi yasiano. Yamfamre ahwefo ne atiefo afei na ye gunsa we say in ye kan wulomo meboa. Wulomo gunsa na chese ye de jumedi no ahyehyehye so a ne sa wulomo gunsa wi a ye behwe se empanyimfo ebetimi ada na die ekwan a dwumadie no yahyehyɛ no ne ekwan a yɛde ɛbɛfa so no empanyimfo ɛbɛda no ɛdi na kyerɛ sɛ ntempa no ano yɛde dwumadie na hyehyɛ so mamenka wo sɛ bibiara bɛkɔ so ɛwɔ ha bia no yɛbɛmɔden sɛ yɛde ɛho mframa ɛho ntie ne nyinaa no yɛde bɛto dwa ama watimi ɛho bie ana watibie ɛwɔ happy 98.9 FM. Now I say I feel be ETV Ghana. Is there no audio?
stance no na dwumadi no ɛkɔ pɛpɛpɛ ɛwɔ the Accra Sports Stadium. Dwumadi ɛkɔ so live ɛwɔ ETV ɛne Happy 98.9 FM affiliates ne nyinaa no dwumadi ɛkɔ so hɔnom na ɛna afei ɛtwa gu live nso so ɛwɔ Facebook, Twitter, any Instagram. It's about me a follow our honum na also wahid here, air cost our honum minanum. And every idea you honum say na a National Delegates Congress na any day program for your command for set. You say so much your honum set your station. Yani Eddie Sports or Chile no yede ɛho ensem kakra enso so bebre omanfo around 1:30 wabra benya bampo ene the team no one but so etna adwamu no de pre-match discussions enso so abre omanfo awia anopa yi no ɛwɔ ETV ene Happy 98.9 FM enti koso anu mo fide ne ha no say ba no nsɛm no emu mpɛnsɛm mu na yɛne mpanyinfoɔ atwitwe nkɔmɔ na yɛde wɔn adwene ɛde ɛbrɛ wɔ a na onim sɛ ɛyɛ dwumadie deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɛda ETV ɛne Happy 98.9 FM ɛhu sɛ ɛyɛ member of parliament for ɛyɛ Boem constituency Kofi Adams wɔn nso so no wagye ɛyɛ microphone a wɔne delegates no ɛkasa saa mmere when delegates na edin koma na yede ehho ensem ebro manfo mahu se Alhaji Snari enso so eba wono so ebo awem na omanfo na ebo modern som ne bedin komo na omo atutu na kaka na omo agina no nsem ne nyina no ekoso ewo eye the Accra Sports Stadium na ohwe eye tradition so a womo eda na di ewo hanom se ya na chi se ahanom ayefeyi papa NDC womo national colors no ena sia agi Accra Sports Stadium hanom say ediafa obo say aye green no adamu red no adamu white no so adamu a womo showcase womo traditions so awo hanom say womo ebo womo anthem no forward ever and womo catch womo ho say ye nsan yachi enko na mo yanimu a na ye pem ekro bibi empo akwansidie edema ye pem kwanim eno ene nsama NDC for anyum no ene anopa wie no womo eto ewo hanom say enti ye mo akwa ba eba the live coverage of the NDC's 10th National Delegates Congress GMABC Happy 98.9 FM ETV Ghana YFM the Accra Sports Stadium eti mo akwa ba say afei ena do afidi anum say anapa 9 AM and ye sha yɛde ɛbɔ man for some idea yɛnkɔ tie member of parliament for Boem constituency Kofi Adams deɛ ɔde ɛma man for a wɔn agada wɔ hanom sei
victory it's our land victory it's our land JJ is a winner.
Our strength in unity. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. A round of applause for this wonderful anthem. Now that the prayer has been said, the party's anthem has been done, and the atmosphere is charged. Congress